Yesterday we had something called the World Day of the Poor, and Pope Leo had a special Mass to commemorate that over in Rome. One of the outstanding comments of Pope Francis was that the poverty we have in the world at the moment is a scandal. And it's a scandal particularly for us here in the rich Western world. Poverty is a very complex thing, and there's all kinds of dimensions to it. There is wars, and there's structural issues and what governments do, and there is climate change and all the rest of it. But if we all practice what Mother Teresa said we should do, live simply so others can simply live, and give generously to the poor, there would be a lot less poverty around. And this principle of living simply and giving generously to the poor was certainly the hallmark of the life of this 13th century Hungarian Princess Elizabeth. I'd just like to read to you a little excerpt from today's officer readings about her life, written by her spiritual director. From this time onward, Elizabeth's goodness greatly increased. She was a lifelong friend of the poor and gave herself entirely to relieving the hungry. She ordered that one of her castles should be converted into a hospital in which she gathered many of the weak and feeble. She generously gave alms to all who were in need, not only in that place, but in all of the territories of her husband's empire. She spent all of her own revenue from her husband's 4 principalities, and eventually she sold her luxurious possessions and rich clothes for the sake of the poor. Live simply so others can simply live. Twice a day, in the morning and in the evening, Elizabeth went to visit the sick. She personally cared for those who were particularly repulsive. To some she gave food, to others clothing. Some she carried on her own shoulders, and performed many other kindly services. Her husband, of happy memory, gladly approved of these charitable works. Finally, when her husband died, she sought the highest perfection. Filled with tears, she implored me, her spiritual director, to let her beg for alms from door to door. Imagine a princess going from door to door begging alms for the poor. And the motivation of her life was obviously she had compassion for the plight of the poor, but as we heard in the opening prayer, she saw Christ in the presence of the poor. And if we can see Christ in the poor, then we'll be motivated like she did to do something about it.